Hi, this is Val Guillaume. I just want to make this really quick video in regards to some recent videos that I put up on YouTube exposing the Toronto police. Now, in my title of those videos, I call them corrupt and liars because that's exactly what they are, and that's why I am making this video to go along with those other two videos. I was naive enough to believe that some of the things that's been happening to me were isolated incidents. They did not involve anyone else, such as the police or the government, or I was naive enough to think that. But the reality of the situation is that the police are behind these things. So when I put up those videos recently in regards to the Toronto police, at first two of them claimed that they had come to my aid and they had spoken to the perpetrator, and so things should have changed. Basically what happened is that my landlord has blocked my window with her car, just backed the car into the window. As you can see from listening to the police videos, she drove the car, backed the car on a slanted level, deliberately, purposely into my window and blocking my window. And then because my window glass is broken thanks to her and her agents, the carbon monoxide seeped into my room and caused me to be ill. So the police were called, and this female officer allegedly claimed that she spoke with her and that she was going to move her car within an hour, blah blah blah. Well, I came home last night, nothing was done, the car wasn't moved. So I called the police again. Took them hours to show up, at least 4 hours. And then they had the nerve to tell me that they can't do anything about the situation, right? That it's not a criminal offense, it's not criminal harassment, it's nothing to do with under the criminal code, which is complete BS. If you cause anyone to be fearful, if you cause anyone to have fear for their safety, you can be charged for that, okay? Not to mention the harassment element of it. Also, there's only two things you need to do to qualify for a crime. You need to have intent and you need to be in the right frame of mind. And she had both. So I'm not listening to these two crooked cops that came to my door last night and telling me that she hasn't committed any crime and they can't force her to move her car and all of those things. But I did make this video today because I want to elaborate a little bit more on those other two videos. The contradictory statements involving those two sets of police officers, the ones that came in the morning that said allegedly they spoke with her, and she would be going out in an hour, and then she's gonna move the car when she's going out. And that's what I stupidly, naively believed this cop. And then after I saw the chain of events that nothing was done, I came home in the evening, car was still there blocked. It's still there today, 3 days in a row. And really, where this is coming from is that this is part of their persecution of me, okay? I'm a blogger. I expose corruption. I expose the cops. I expose Toronto Fire Services. They're not happy. So they would get their agent provocators to do things to cause me to react. It's nothing new. I'm not the only person who goes through this. But I just want you to connect the dots and to see this is where it's coming from. It is no longer about, oh, this is a landlord and tenant issue. No, those are just labels. Landlord is a label, tenant is a label. This is about someone harassing someone else, because we're all equal under the law. The law does not put labels on us, we put labels on ourselves. So if you're doing something against someone else, you don't get any preferential treatment because your title is a landlord and that person's title is a tenant, contrary to the police's version of the situation, okay? So them coming telling me, well, it's her private property and she can park anywhere, and we can't really tell her not to move her car if she wants to block your window. Those are BS, okay? She can be charged and she will be charged for criminal harassment, because she did it deliberately and she did it with intent, and she did it with the intention to harm me. Okay? So I had to make this video following those other two videos that I made, because I had to explain the situation like, okay, this is still ongoing, okay? These people are still carrying out their persecution of me. They're still using their agent provocators against me, whether it's a landlord or a neighbor, whatever. Again, those are just labels. If you're a targeted individual, you're going to go through these things. These are nothing new to me, but I wanted to just make this quick video so that you have a better understanding of what's happening in regards to the other two videos I made. If she had the threat of being charged by the police for her actions, she would immediately remove the car. There is no threat there. She's not concerned about being charged by the police, so why should she have to remove her car? That's what the situation is right now in regards to Angela Sterling. And so I had to make this quick video to show you, to tell you that the police are behind her actions. Why are the police behind her actions? Because it's part of their ongoing persecution of me. Okay, that's what it is. They tell her to do things, and she does what they tell her to do. That is my belief. And based on the evidence that exists for God knows how long, you know, that's what others would come to the conclusion in regards to these matters involving myself and the police and the government and these corrupt government officials. Okay, it's leading to that now. Okay, I'm not the only one who's of the opinion that they're the one who are behind these things happening, such as my window being broken and the hose turned on in my home and damaging my property, or that some landlord is going to come and you know, block my window or the car and keep the engine going with the muffler only inches away from my window and endangering my safety, and the police claiming that they can't do anything. So here you have one version from the first set of cops and another version from the other set of cops. And I want you to compare the two because I call them liars. In the title of the video I said Toronto cops are liars. Okay, that's what they are. Sorry, I'm trying to do this video. I call them liars. Toronto cops are liars. They have a different version of the criminal code when it comes to different people and how they want to enforce it. Okay, it's not enforceable when there's a conflict of interest involving people that they use against me. It's not a secret that the police use informers and agents, and you have to be aware of your situation and add the dots to know where you stand with these people, with the police or whatever. If you're a blogger like me and if you expose corruption like me, you're going to come under attack, right? Which is what I'm doing, which is what's happening to me, okay? But there's a hidden hand in this particular situation, and the hidden hand is the police. So they are behind the stuff that are happening. These people, whether it's my landlord or my neighbors, or you know, if you look on Google, YouTube for targeted individual, which is what I am, you will see that these are very common tactics that are used by intelligence agencies and police and governments in regards to those dissidents that they view as a threat. And anyone who do not go along with their program are viewed as a threat. So please watch the videos, and I just wanted to let you know that the car was not moved from my window. It's still blocking my window, and it's beyond that now. Okay, it's beyond that. I'm feeling very, very unsafe in regards to the police. And so now, as I mentioned in my other videos, there has to be authorities stepping in to assist me in protecting my life, my safety, my freedom, and my rights under international laws. I'm going to insist on it. I'm going to persist on it. So Now you know what the real cause of the situation that I'm going through, that whether it's somebody called a landlord or those are just titles. Okay, the police use people, and in this case they're using this person. This is my belief, okay, and I'm entitled to my belief, but it's a belief that's based on credible evidence. You cannot be doing all of these things consistently and the police not doing anything, and the courts are protecting you, and all of these government officials are turning the blind eye and giving you a preferential treatment. Okay, that's going to lead to the conclusion that there is something else going on. That's what the situation is. So yeah, this is a quick video, and I'm not going to elaborate too much further, but please watch the other videos that I've made in regards to the police and how they are behind this latest attack against me in regards to my window being blocked by this car and endangering my safety in regards to this woman who's carrying out the actions for them.